Good evening. Welcome to Canada versus
Thailand.
for the elderly. And this is going to be a weird one because I know Cherry doesn't understand this one. So I will start off. This is all about
Mm-hmm.
for the elderly. We want to talk a little bit about the past, the present, and the future. I know we've talked about it, but just sort of wrap it up a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
I will start with this one.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to say, from my perspective, in the
Mm-hmm.
past, um, let's say the last 50 years or so since
Mm-hmm.
before I was born, last 50
Mm-hmm.
years or so, I think it's changed a lot in regards to elderly. I think more activities, like I just mentioned before, more activities now. I think in the past it was more like here where they did stay home and they were taken care of by their elders or by their kids and so forth. And I think presently in Canada, it's become really social, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Without the network, without the Facebook and this and that. And it is there, but for us in Canada, as far as I understand, as far as I see, it's more of a it's more of a tool for them with the social media and that. And
Mm-hmm.
their whole thing is the old school activities and stuff like that. And trying to be a kid, it's almost like they want to be kids again, do these
Mm.
activities, right? Okay, now in the future, it's kind of really hard to think in the future, but I think I mentioned before that a lot of the kids now will end up living with their parents, who will be the elders like us and so forth in the end. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to fall back to almost like a bad. It's almost going to be like a bad thing. I think because the kids are
Mm.
not going to want to take care of their elders and stuff like that
Mm.
because it's not pushed on them because we're the generation that's sort of like we take care of ourselves and so we're going to take care of ourselves, but the generation just before us,
Mm.
the millennials and stuff like that, you're on the verge, but they're sort of like they're still needing some assistance from their parents and so forth. I think the next
Mm-hmm.
generation is going to be totally independent,
Mm.
so those kids are going to end up having it, since the millennials and so forth don't know how to take care of themselves fully when they get really like 65, 70 years old.
Mm.
I think in Canada at least, and I could be totally wrong, and I really hope I am. I think the new generation kids, they'll end up taking care of their parents, and I don't know if they'll be disgruntled or like upset by the idea of that.
Mm.
But because I think like a lot of the millennials or little
But they're
millennials,
stuck, right?
they're stuck. I think they're stuck in the middle, and it's like they may have a house, they may not have a house, and if they
Mm.
don't have a house, they're going to have to live with their kids and so forth because
Mm.
rent will go up too high or whatever. And then if they
Mm-hmm.
get a house from their parents,
Mm.
those grandkids are only going to want that house. That'll
Mm.
be worth so much money, and they don't care about their parents. And
Mm.
so I worry about that. I think we're in a good generation. Like you're on the verge,
Mm-hmm.
and you're very more independent than like a lot of millennials we meet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that will be a problem in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I'm wrong. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts?
So for Thailand, in the past,
Yeah.
we stay in the big family,
Right. Okay.
right? So our generation take care of our parents
Right.
when they really old. Like my aunties take care of my grandma
Right.
until the last minute,
Right.
right? So um and in the past, our grandparents they have a lot of children. So somebody making money go
Okay.
to fight, go to work, taking
Whatever. Yeah.
money,
Okay.
and somebody stay home,
Okay.
take care of the parents, right? So they balancing, like sharing the parts
Okay.
of taking care of parents.
Fair
This is
enough.
the way we were. So the old people taught us like the video before.
Right. Right.
It's in the mindset that the younger generation have to take care of their
Okay.
parents when they're getting old.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a must in whatever form, caring form, take action to care or paying money. Like in
Yeah.
whatever way you have to give them in return.
Mm-hmm.
That's the past.
Right.
And now
Yep.
it's like it's still like that, but in the different way, more of paying money back to the parents,
Fair enough. Yeah.
because the young generation have to come to work in the city and parents stay in their hometown.
Right. And they don't have as much money, which you mentioned earlier on.
Yeah, and they have to like try to pay back.
Right.
And um
What about the
i-
future?
if the parents still like can work, they can do thing at home. If they live in a countryside, they might still doing the gardening, do the farming, right? Why
Mm-hmm.
you yawning at me?
I'm not yawning. You're yawning.
Okay. And if they live in the city,
Yep.
parents just stay at home,
Okay.
right? And if they're in the condition that need special care,
Yeah. Special care. Yep.
they stick in the bed, like being
Paralyzed or
paralyzed,
bedridden.
need
Bedridden, we call it. Yeah.
need the nurse or
Yep.
caregiver
Mm-hmm.
to take care of them. They might go to the home care,
Right.
and the children like us pay for them, right?
Right.
This is something like this
Right.
right now.
What about in the
But
future, do you think?
in the future, for Thai people like us, we don't have children,
Right.
and most of my friend family, they don't have children.
Right.
So we have to be on our own in every way.
Right.
And if some of my friends they have children, they cannot expect that
The
the
kids will take
children
care of them.
gonna take care back, and they don't expect, like for our generation, we don't expect
Yeah.
that the kids gonna take care of us.
Mm-hmm.
So in the future, for over here, I think we need some sort of service to us, like maybe the community of old people to take care of old people
Ah, okay. Yes.
in every way, like being the social group, take care of each other with the like the mental health part. We have the group activity,
Mm-hmm.
or the activity for take care of our health, physical health,
Right.
right? And the service of the private company or the government to serve
Serve the
old
older people.
people.
Yeah. So you think we're almost like, it sounds like,
Because I used to went to Japan. I went to Japan,
right.
and I went to, it's like study trip to look at the
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm yawning.
home care
Right.
of the senior people. They in Japan they have like every
Top
level.
line. Yeah. Okay.
Every level.
So if you're poor,
Start from the poor people,
Yeah.
have the government service,
right. Right.
and they have the house or home care for them. Middle level,
Right.
you pay some, government pay some,
Mm-hmm.
and the rich people
Have the rich services, good services.
a
yeah.
lot and get the best service, something like that.
Now, out of curiosity, do you feel that first off,
Hmm.
Thailand's going that way?
I think because the number is like that,
Okay. And then what do you think
like
of
less number of the newborn baby
Right,
every
okay.
single year,
Okay, and then
lower than a million.
it almost feels like uh we're a generation behind you, or two, like maybe 2 3 generations behind you. It feels like you're ahead of us in regards to futuristic. It
Mhm.
feels that way almost, because like we're in a couple of spots. It's like you're almost skipping like the community stuff, and you're going on straight to Japan stuff, like futuristic stuff almost. It's
Mm.
not in a good way or a bad way, just in a different way. It's like
And,
we want to build a community.
and I think we have to prepare,
Yeah, I think we do
like
too.
to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's good to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the past, think about the future, not only for our channel, the Snap, but also
Mhm.
what's going to happen to people in the future. You know what I mean? Like each country will be different, each area will be different.
Mhm.
But like Japan's an aged population; they're dying out now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't
And
know if
for
we're
us
heading
right
here.
now, we have nothing prepared
Yeah,
in Thailand.
but we are aging, but it's we're not dying out here. You know what I mean? Like out
Mhm.
here, it's fine. Like maybe not us, but
Mhm.
like it's dying. It's not dying out. It's just aging right now, right? There
Mhm.
are still a lot of kids here and so forth, but it may get to that point
And
in the two,
and
three
I think
generations.
the good thing for like aging society, it's forced the old people to work, still
Interesting, yeah,
work.
yeah.
You still have ability to do things and earn the money. And
Hmm.
I think the old people beside me need sleeping
I don't need to sleep. I
right
am just
now.
fine. I'm quite wide awake.
Now.
All right. Anyways, this is all raw. This is all live. So sorry about the yawning, but she's the only Yanni, aka Cherry, that I know, and it's all her doing. She's very boring, honestly. She's horrible. Uh, okay, that's it. And yeah, thank you very much. Take care.
See you.
Bye.